Yeah.
Because I had to come all the way back here.
Yeah, they kept playing games, and that's the exact reason why I'm armed, is because I know that none of these Trump supporters are going to hurt us. I know none of these cops are going to hurt us, but I know that Democrats are violent. We've seen it, and we know it, and we are tired of dealing with it. I'm not going to be a victim, so of course I'm armed. Did I use it? No, because I'm also not a criminal. No. But I'm absolutely going to stand up against these fascist pieces of shit and the bullshit that they're trying to pull.
2A.
Yeah.
2A all the way.
Kamala was not an elected official. She was not elected as president, as the candidate for the Democrats. She is not a representative of democracy, even though we're a republic. But these people are so brainwashed that they just follow along. And it's ridiculous to watch it happen over and over and over again. But you know what? They got a piece of my mind. And as much as they try to act like they're big tough guys and they want to tell you that they're going to do this and do that, I walked through that whole fucking crowd back and forth, said all kinds of things to almost every single person there. I said something to them offensive or in a way that was deriding and was going to make them mad. And not a single one of them did a single thing. Because they know damn well that when it comes down to it, they are all talk. Freedom ain't afraid of violence. But cowards are. Cowards that want to try to talk a big game, try to fucking arrest the president, try to put him in jail, try to take his businesses, try to kill him eventually when none of that worked. And now they finally got a piece of my mind, at least. And I'm sure, you know, hundreds of other people. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that they even came out here. They call themselves the Socialist Party of America. They are National Socialists. They are the new National Socialists. They hide it real well, but fascism is not an alt-right thing. It's not a far-right concept. Fascism is the idea of a authoritarian, oppressive control, a focus on racism, which they hate white males, a focus on the idea of degrading the nuclear family, a focus on the idea of suppressing speech. The guy was telling me over there he's going to punch me in my face for calling him the F word. I called him the F word because he looked like he wanted to punch me in the face. So I called it. I knew exactly what their plan was. Their plan was to be violent. And I called them in their face, and what did they do? They backed down because they realized there was going to be real world consequences to their violence. And there will continue to be real world consequences to their violence. They are no longer going to be out here attacking these cities. They are no longer going to be out here destroying our town halls, destroying people's businesses. We're not going to allow it. That shit is over with. Antifa is a fascist organization. They project onto others what they actually do.
Let me say one thing.
Go for it.
So, you notice
all right, let's get out of here.
We don't cover our faces.
Fuck these pieces. Yeah.
I was asking those people, why are you covering our face? Because I don't want my work to know.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, I'm proud
because
to
they
let
called
people
in
know.
sick.
Yeah. and they don't want them to know that they're supporting terrorists.
You know, and I'm a supporter of, just so it's clear, I'm a supporter of Gaza. I'm a supporter of Palestine. I am appalled at what is going on there. I do not want a single American dollar to be spent in other countries. We have way too much infrastructure problems here for us to be giving money away to countries that absolutely can handle themselves. And if they can't, then they should probably stop antagonizing everybody. And if they're antagonizing everybody to the point that they want to, you know, attack them, then there's a problem there, and it's not the United States' problem, and they keep making it ours. So all these people that say, oh, well, every single Trump supporter supports Israel. Absolutely not. There's tons of us Trump supporters that understand that what's happening over there is a humanitarian nightmare. There's tons of Trump supporters that are atheists like me, that do not put some silly religious idealism behind why I believe in freedom. We exist, there's millions of us out here, and we do not fit in these little stereotypes that these cowards try to put us in. So, they're going to take my car if I don't get out of here.
Personally, like, do you feel personally like stereotyped?
I don't. Well, yes, I do, because I'm Mexican. I'm half Mexican, half American, right? So my father came from Mexico, my grandmother's from Mexico, so I get stereotyped all the time. Every time I say my name, which I'm not going to say right now because I don't want these POSs to catch me, but every time I say my name, they try to degrade me and treat me like I'm some second-class citizen because I voted for Trump and I'm Hispanic, not understanding that we are fiscal conservatives. Hispanics, all the way down to South America, are fiscal conservatives and social conservatives. They're Christians, and they have the same exact values that we do here in America when it comes to their social values. The problem is they get co-opted and manipulated by Democrats who lie to them, who promise them the world, and they can't provide it. They obviously can't provide it because they don't even know what they're doing. I've sat in front of city council boards and watched them flub through stuff so much, And it's ridiculous. They want the power, but they're not willing to put in the time to understand what's happening. They don't understand the demographics. They don't understand what's happening in our cities with these immigrants that are coming in. They're not even immigrants, because I'm pro-immigrant. My family is immigrants. So these are people, are invaders. They're coming here through the back door. My grandmother walked through the front door. She signed on the dotted line. My father walked through the front door, signed on the dotted line, took the oath just like every single one of us. And those people come through the back door. They don't take any oaths. They're not here to support Americans. They're here to try to demonize us. And Mexicanos como yo, we're not playing that. I speak Spanish fluently. You had guys in there that were trying to talk to Hispanics in Spanish, thinking that that is the most patronizing shit in the world. You see a guy that's brown, so you start talking to him in Spanish, thinking that you're going to convince him to not be a Trumper. Nosotros habla español también, pendejo. You're not going to do it. Like, we're going to laugh at you. We're going to tell you off. And that's exactly what happened here today. It was the best thing. I live in a rural community. I never get to see this stuff. I wasn't able to get inside to see Trump. Devastated by that. But that's okay. I have these people to understand. They are fucking up. We're not taking it. In fact, I knew I wasn't going to get to go inside, so I didn't even waste my time trying to walk into the line. What I did was I held these people to account all day long.
Got you. Yeah, yeah.
That was my goal here today, was to hold these people to account and to let them know we're not here to have conversations with you, because we know that you're disingenuous. We know that anything that we say to you, you're going to figure out some way to try to twist it and lie. So we're not here to have those conversations. We're just here to deride you and make fun of you and have fun with it, because that's what they do, right? And I'm tired of us not taking. I'm tired of us always taking the high road. I'm tired of it, because that does not get results. So we're going to get some results. So I went out there and I got some results today. I got them in my face. One of these guys ended up having to get taken out of there because he couldn't handle free speech. It's the thing that they hate the most. They hate it. They hate the idea of free speech. You know? It's crazy.
I was just going to ask, are you local to the area? Are you from Aurora?
Not Aurora, but I'm from Colorado.
Colorado? Okay.
I live in the mountains.
How do you feel about it?
So that's a big overstatement, honestly. There's not as much of a gang problem here as they say there is. Obviously, there is gangs here, because anytime you have immigrants that move into a community, you're going to have individuals who decide to get together and do criminal activity, right? And that's just part of it, organized crime. So, in reality, though, the problem is in places like Silverthorne. If you drive to Silverthorne and you go into this Walmart there, nobody can understand you. You try to ask where stuff is in the store, they're all either Haitian or some North African immigrant, which again, I'm a big, huge fan of immigration as long as it's legal. And I know that these people are coming through a backdoor process through the what's it called, the refugee program. So they're not true immigrants. What they are is they're people trying to come and take advantage. And so if you go to Silverthorne and you look at all the stores there, the retail stores that are low entry stores, they're all being filled with those people, right? Which, that's fine, as long as those people come legally. The problem is they're now supplanting the jobs of people who live there. People who have lived there for a long time, they can't get a job at the Walmart there because the Walmart only hires the people that just came, because they'll take less money and they ask less questions and they'll work longer hours. They don't care, they'll get the overtime and they don't mind, and they'll work the hours. But people here are like, no, you're not going to make me do that, I'm not going to do this. And so there's people that are willing to stand up for their own rights as a worker, right? So you have Walmart taking advantage of that, because they know that these immigrants aren't going to do anything about that. They're not going to stand up for their rights. They're gonna just say, well, whatever, that's fine.
And take like the lower pay.
Right, take the lower pay, or take the lower positions. And it's a game. It's a game that they know that they're playing, because they know that if they can supplant enough of the entry-level positions in America with immigrant labor, that you take jobs away from the children and the lower-class individuals who live in America who need those jobs. And they know exactly what they're doing. They know that that's part of their game and part of their platform. That's why they bring them in, so that they can try to push that.
What do you think the end result is, though? If
the end result is to create A, less jobs available for us American citizens, and B, a change in our voting demographics, so that we get to the point of having a Democrat voting demographic in every state, regardless of whether or not that state is a conservative stronghold. Colorado is absolutely a conservative stronghold. The problem is, because marijuana is legal here, which I support, there's been tons of Democrats that have moved to the cities. Then those Democrats during COVID realized how nice the mountains were. And so now they've been slowly progressing into the mountains, trying to take over things there. So there's definitely a problem. There's not so much that I personally know to do, because I'm not as well educated as, say an economist. But I know that part of the problem means taking people that are here illegally or that have violated the rules and did not go to the first country that they came upon and requested refugee status, get rid of every single one of those people. Start from scratch and start a process by which individuals who are already here can become American citizens if it can be proven that those individuals have not received benefits in the past. If you received benefits, you need to get out because you came here without having to put anything in the system and you took from the system. So you became a net negative on the system. So you got to go. If you were a net positive, if you came here and started a business, it's a case-by-case basis, I think. And then you would actually see some real movement of support from the general mass of Trump supporters for immigration. Right now, they're just no. They want to shut the border altogether because we need to stop the bleeding. I get it, but that's not the solution, in my opinion. My opinion, the solution is to make it easier to become an American citizen. See you, Doug!
Well, thank you for speaking with us, Carlos. Does anybody else have any questions? We're on a time constraint. We got to take off.
Have fun, guys.